Okay, before we look at this thing, I'm going to eject the magazine, and I'm going to confirm that there are no rounds in the chamber. Well, look at this thing here. One of my newest purchases. It's a curio and relic gun called a CZ82 because it was first produced in 1982. And why would anybody want a beat up old gun like this? Well, I'm going to make the argument that if you're a gun naive person, particularly in California, and you want an inexpensive and extremely reliable, not to mention easy to shoot handgun for the house, that this makes very good sense. Plus, now that they are surplus items, they're available very inexpensively, and it would be, in my opinion anyway, reasonable to consider. So let's take a look at this thing. This thing is of Russian design. It is chambered, meaning the bullet it takes is 9mm Makarov, which is good and bad. The unfortunate thing about it is it's a Russian caliber, and finding bullets for it is a little bit difficult. But on the other hand, it's very easy to shoot, has even less recoil, in my opinion anyway, than a 9mm pistol. And again, it's extremely reliable. Okay, let's look at maintenance and cleaning. One of the things that worries new gun owners. This gun is very easy to take apart. To take it apart, you basically cock back the hammer, pull down the trigger guard, and you pull back on the slide, pull up, and it slides forward. You get three pieces when the magazine is out. You get the receiver with the attached barrel, you get the recoil spring, and you get the slide. Very easy to clean with a brush. You just brush off the feed ramp, brush off the top of the gun, brush off inside the slide, and putting it back together is the same thing in reverse. Put the recoil spring on, you basically compress the thing back, push back, and there it is. And you just take the trigger guard and pop it back up. Most guns are not so easy to take apart and put back together, nor do they have as few parts to lose. Very good for the new gun owner. Okay, difficulties with this gun. I mentioned that ammunition is a little difficult. The good news is there's an American maker, Hornady, that makes critical defense, which I would recommend for this gun. It functions well. The other issue is, if you're in California in particular, the standard magazine is a 12 round magazine, which is prohibited in California. So when I bought this gun, I had to buy through a separate seller a 10-round magazine to fulfill the state requirements regarding magazine capacity in California. One of the other nice things about the gun is it has a beaver tail, which keeps your thumb down low on the, or I should say a web space, your hand down low, such that you don't tend to injure yourself. A very common injury in new gun owners, particularly with semi-automatic pistols, is what we call a slide bite. When this thing is fired, the slide comes back, and if your hand is down, well, it doesn't matter because you're clear. Beaver tail helps keep your hand down so that happens, or rather you don't get bitten. Alright, nevertheless, I'm favorably disposed toward this gun, particularly for new gun owners. I've shot it a couple times at the range with people who are not familiar with guns, and they all did fairly well. So consider it if you're in that position. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.